Welcome to Armed and Roasted, where firepower meets the perfect brew. Today we're exploring the Wild West, where life was tough, the stakes were high, and coffee was as essential as a good revolver. Wyatt Earp, Wild Bill Hickok, and countless cowboys all had two things they swore by: a trusty sidearm and a strong cup of coffee. But how did they make their brew out in the wild? And what guns kept them alive in those lawless lands? Stick around to find out. Before fancy espresso machines and overpriced lattes, cowboys had to keep things simple. No filters, no milk frothers, just water, coffee grounds, and a fire. That's how cowboy coffee was born, a rough and ready brew that could wake up even the most exhausted rider. Making it was easy. Boil water over the fire, throw in some ground coffee, let it sit for a bit, and then settle the grounds with a splash of cold water. Straight to the point, just strong, bold coffee. And trust me, this stuff packed a punch. But how did cowboys grind their coffee? Some carried small, hand-cranked coffee grinders in their saddlebags, using them to freshly grind beans before brewing. Others got creative, crushing the beans with a rock, the back of a knife, or even the butt of their revolver to get a coarse grind. It wasn't fancy, but it got the job done. Coffee wasn't just a drink, it was fuel. Whether you were chasing outlaws, working cattle, or riding for miles with no end in sight, caffeine kept you sharp. Cowboys often carried coffee beans in their saddlebags, always ready to brew a fresh batch at camp. It wasn't just a pick-me-up. Sometimes it was the only thing keeping them going. But coffee wasn't the only thing keeping cowboys sharp. The Wild West was dangerous, and if you weren't quick on the draw, you might not make it to your next cup. Let's talk about the guns that ruled the frontier. First up, the Colt Single-Action Army, better known as the Peacemaker. This was the gun of the West, trusted by lawmen like Wyatt Earp and feared by outlaws. Chambered in .45 Colt, it was reliable, powerful, and deadly accurate. Then there's the Smith & Wesson .3 Schofield, a top-break revolver that made reloading faster, a serious advantage in a gunfight. And let's not forget the Remington 1858, a durable workhorse that saw action in the Civil War before making its mark on the frontier. Forget Hollywood duels where cowboys stand in the street and stare each other down. Real gunfights were fast, brutal, and over in seconds. If you hesitated, you lost. Simple as that. Picture this. You've been riding all day. Dust covers your boots, the sun is setting, and you finally set up camp. You start a fire, brew a fresh cup of cowboy coffee, and take that first strong sip. It's hot, bold, and exactly what you need after a long day. Your revolver is close by, just in case. This was the cowboy way of life. Simple, rugged, unforgiving. And it wasn't just cowboys. Outlaws, bounty hunters, gold prospectors, and even frontier women relied on their coffee and their guns to get through the day, and it was the essence of the Wild West, strong, hot, and always ready for action. Cowboy coffee and six-shooters, the backbone of the Old West. All right, be honest. Would you be down to try some cowboy coffee? Take it outside, brew it over the fire with your buddies or solo under the open sky, and let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.